The radio. At the beginning of the 19th century, Alexander Bolton invents a voltaic pile, or what is the same. A pellet that could produce electricity. From this, Samuel Morse makes contribution to transform it. 35 years later, in 1875, Graham Bell invented telephone. We think it was obtained that the sound could be propagated through a cable. In 1887, Heinrich Hertz discovered how to measure electromagnetic waves. Kyle Hertzian waves the conducive to the creation of the first radio receiver. Until the arrival of wireless telephone invented by William Marconi, the transmission time very limited. The contribution of Marconi allowed the sound signal to propagate to something less than 20 kilometers away. But this device could not convey words or musical sounds. In the 20th century, the contribution of the Alexander Fleming and Reginald Aubry Fessenden allowed the transmission of the human voice. From that moment on, world really began the radio that we know today. The first station opened in New York in 1914 and 1918. Radio is consolation in this country and in other important European states, such as France and Great Britain. In 1960, the Sony Bradbury to make the first transistor receptor small enough to be carried in the pocket and powered by a small battery. The first Internet radio, Internet radio, was developed by Carl Malmuth in Mall 1993. In 2003, Windows launches Windows 2003 service, allowing with sufficient bandwidth, intelligent management of Unicats, the possibility that thousands of listeners can connect to a single transmission state and with good sound quality. It takes equals the sound of an internet radio to a traditional radio.
The television. A television is an electronic device intended for the reception and reproduction of television signals. Usually it has a screen and commands or controls. It was created on January 26, 1926 by John Logie Baird. Model Bird C was created the 26th of January of 1926 by the Scottish engineer John Logie Baird. This TV was not totally electric. Its mechanism was semi-mechanical with a very large box and a very small screen. Model Andrea 1F5 was invented by Frank Angelo D'Andrea in the late 1930s. At this time, the television was perfect a bit more, as this model of television became totally electric. Model Admiral 19A111 was invented in the year 1948, time after the culmination of the Second World War. Philco Ford. It was invented in the year 1973. It used like basic operation the reception of signals through an antenna present in him. Model Zenith was invented in 1974. This model is quite famous for its futuristic look and characteristic of the 70s. Magnavox color television, invented in the year 1980 by the electronic company founded by Edwin Bridham and Peter Jensen. This allowed to display the color images. Mobile TV. It is a service that allows mobile phone owners to watch television on their device through a service provider. LG TV. LG Electronics was established in 1958 and since then has led the way to the advanced digital age, thanks to the technological know-how acquired by manufacturing numerous household appliances such as radios and televisions. From this moment, thanks to the great technological advance that allowed the invention of multiple televisions with innovative features such as LCD and HD, which are becoming lighter and thinner that can be hung on the wall as one more picture of the house.
A phone. Currently, the communication in which is a telephone become a requirement of communication, but the use of social networks will play a very important role in city, sensing the lines, the constant interaction and communication between people, scientists, company, and the outer actor in the modern world. First generation. On April 3, 1973, Martin Cooper, director of Motorola, made the first call sign a mobile phone of the NASA investment project from a New York Street 70, precisely to its bigger rival in the telephone sector, Joel Angel, of Eaton Bell Labs. The 1G equipment may seem a bit daunting to current centers, but it was a beautiful for its time, as it could be modern and used by single person. Second generation. In the 1990s, the second generation was run using system shots and gems INS 136 items and IS 90 feet. The development of each generation was as concerned the digitization of communities, digital communication offers better voice quality than analog one. In addition, it increases the level of security. Generation 2.5G. Since the 2G technology was increased to 2.5G with included new service choose AMS and MEMS. AMS is the Instant Message Service, also the inclusion of melody and icons with the MEMS based on MEMS. And MEMS is equivalent to 3 of 4 MEMS. These types of MEMS are sent via GPRS and also the insert of images, sound, videos, and text. 3 generation 3G is born of the need to increase the capacity of data transmission in order to offer services such as internet connection from the mobile, video conferencing, TV, and fleet dogs. At this moment, the technological development already made possible a totally new system instead. 4 generation. Generation 4 or 4G is the technological evolution that offers the mobile phone user internet more quality, a greater bandwidth. We always own money after this the reception of TV in its definition. As an example, we call Menti Nokia more concept mobile. Today there is a system of the live operation effective on which some UTS company called RTA. On the other hand, it is possible to make yourself mobile phone using Arduino.